Morning. It's Friday, June 2nd, 2023. Marissa. Oh my god. It's my video diary. I don't know why I feel so just like. I feel like I've been hit by a bus. Was I hit by a bus? No, I was not. I wasn't up late either. Went to bed early because I didn't sleep well the night before. Slept. Had some dreams last night. I did. I'm not going to talk about them though. No, I'll have to tell everybody everything about my dreams. Die down. Yesterday, I was doing laundry. In the laundry bag for the towels, there was a big female brown widow spider. Oh my god, they're creepy. First when they said brown recluse, I'm like, oh no, that is too big. That is too big to be a brown recluse. The body was too big and the legs weren't long enough. Brown recluse has a smaller body. It's a big body, but it's a smaller body with like longer legs. No, they have this big, the brown widows and the black widow, the brown widows, they have this like big, bulbous, pointed kind of bum. Oh my god, and these long, articulated legs. Segmented legs. Look at you, crack them open, there'll be crab meat in them. Right, little ones. They're pointy, and they run real fast. Inside the laundry bag, so I pulled out almost all of the towels out of the laundry bag. There was one balled up washcloth left in the bottom, and a spider was in there. And I was like, "Oh, you're a big one." She was running around in a circle inside the bag. I'm like, "Yeah, I'm not sticking my hand in there." She got whooshed. Yeah, I untied the bag off of the hamper, and I pulled it up like there was a snake in it. I dropped it into the washing machine. Yeah, so we'll see when I put everything in the dryer. We'll see when I take it out of the dryer if she's all crushed inside the bag with the other washcloth. If she is, I'll dump it out, wash it again. Oh my god. So yeah, brown widow. I've been bitten by a black widow before. And there was a giant black widow in our garage the one time. Up in Santa Rosa. It was big. It was in the mailbox. We had a little mailbox tray. The mailman put the mail in through the mailbox it was in like on the outside of the garage, right? A little slot. That was our mailbox in Santa Rosa. There was a big wooden tray that was on the other side. And one time I went in there and I was like, I got the mail out. There's this big fat black widow female spider. The males are small. The males are only like this big, right? Like legs and all, like this big. The females are big. They're big. Their butt is like this big, right? Yeah. I smashed her with a hammer. She went splat. They're territorial, so there probably is not another one in the house. And hopefully I got her before she laid her eggs. Yeah. Hopefully I got her before she laid her eggs. So, I won't have a bunch of baby brown widows running around the house. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, but I've been bitten by one before. It's bit me in my back. Yeah, I've been bitten by a brown recluse too. I was bitten by a brown recluse when I was working at CYO camp. Back of my leg. Had a big, rotten, oozy chunk taken out of my leg from that bite. I had to fill back in. It took a while. It took like 3 months for it to fill back in. And then I have no mark there at all. When I got bitten by the black widow, it was on my back. And I was surprised because like I didn't have much of a reaction to it at all. I had some reaction, but I didn't have much of a reaction. I was a little bit concerned because I was supposed to be, it's when I was getting my sword tattoo. It was like a week before I was supposed to go in and get my sword tattoo. And I called him and I said, hey, I got bitten by a black widow on my back. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to come in. He's like, well, he's like, if you're just scared to get the tattoo. I said, no, I'm not scared to get the tattoo. I got bitten. He's like, oh, he's like, well, I don't know if you're going to be ready to be able to get it. I said, well, I'll call you a couple days before. Well, it just made like a pimple, and the pimple popped and it oozed for like that day. Made a pimple, and the next day it popped and oozed. And maybe it's because I had already been bitten by a venomous spider. I don't know. But that's all it did. But because you're supposed to like get a big oozy welt, like when I got bit by a brown recluse, when a widow bites you. Yeah, yeah. But it was a small one that bit me. Yeah, it was in my bed. Mm-hmm. It was in my bed in Santa Rosa. I wonder if it was the male. I wonder if it was a male looking for that big fat mama, because that big fat mama, I found her. I found her like a week after I got the tattoo then. And when I went in to see Mike, he's like, yeah, you didn't get bitten. I'm like, yeah, I did. Because it healed up. Like it healed up. I healed it up real fast. Yeah. This is a big, fat brown widow mama spider. Then I came up the stairs and I went to put some recycling in the recycling bin. And lo and behold, right there on the floor next to my recycling bin upstairs, big old scorpion. It's like, hey, scorpion, what's up with you and all the exoskeletons today, huh? And I got close to him, and he all like balled up a little bit in his tail. I said, "What are you gonna do? Sting me, scorpion? What are you gonna do?" Brody was like, "Oh, look at that!" I'm like, "Get away from it." I don't know where he went. He disappeared. Scorpion. They live out here. They live out here in the woods. You live in the woods. You gotta live with all the critters that live here. Yeah. Yeah, so there's that. Yesterday, that was my excitement. I went roller skating yesterday, get me some cardio. I skated for an hour and a half. I did. I skated. I got all sweaty. I was all sweaty under my boobies. I was sweaty my pits. I was sweaty my fat rolls. Fat girl Larissa. Fat girl Larissa. Fat girl Larissa on wheels. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Yeah. Yeah. So that's what I did yesterday. On a Thursday because I didn't have any appointments. Yeah. Did laundry. Interacted with arachnids. The scorpion in the arachnid family. Arachnids have exoskeletons. A scorpion has an exoskeleton, but I don't know if it's an arachnid or not. Does it have 8 legs? 8 legs and an exoskeleton. That's right? That's what makes an arachnid. Crabs are arachnids. Yeah, big sea spiders. Yeah. The way lobsters are big sea cockroaches. They're like bugs. Closer to bugs. Bugs. And people eat tarantulas. I heard people eat them. I won't eat them. Say it tastes like crab. People say it's like soft shell crab. That's what I've heard people say. Not people I've actually met, but like people I've seen on televisions and stuff. So maybe it's a big old lie. Maybe it just tastes like poop. And they say it tastes like crab. I don't know. I wouldn't eat one. Yeah. Oh, I saw a story. Mr. Jamie Foxx. The actor Mr. Jamie Foxx, that he is blind and paralyzed. From COVID vaccine, huh? Wow, Mr. Jamie Foxx, I'm really sorry to hear that. I'm really sorry that Hollywood made you do that to your body. Wow. Wow. Right? There's that Southeast Asian princess. Is she from Thailand or Indonesia or somewhere? Where is one? It's in a coma from the COVID vaccine. Yeah. It's like all these reports of people have had these really insane. When's Fauci the Grouch gonna go to jail, huh? Anyway. Yeah. Mm. Mm. Yeah. Oh, and I saw that India, the country of India, is like gutting their education system. What's that about? What's that about? Wow. All the tech companies are gonna be like, wow, we don't want to hire, how, or all colleges are, we able to get Indian kids from India aren't gonna be able to go to colleges places anymore because they're not gonna have like education. They're like cutting all kinds of crazy shit out of their education. I don't know. It's like, wow. So they're taking out all stuff about the Industrial Revolution. Wow. Why? Because they don't want to know that other countries were angry about child labor and children dying. Is India becoming affluent enough across a wide enough cross section of their population that they're now afraid of the lower castes that are generally kept in labor jobs such as garment factories from rising up and saying, "Oh, other people said that this was not good for people." Is that what that's about? Probably. Yeah. Taking stuff about water pollution and stuff out of books. Like, oh, don't be afraid of swimming in the Ganges. Right? Is that what that's all about? And continue to pollute. India's a big country, and there's a lot of people there. I remember fighting with this guy I knew one time who fancied himself very knowledgeable about all things religious. He's trying to tell me that there were more Jewish people in the world than Hindus. I'm like, are you crazy? He's like, oh, yeah, Judaism's the biggest religion on the planet. I'm like, no, it's not. What are you talking about? He's like, yeah, there's most Jews, more Jews than anybody else. I'm like, no, there is not. I'm like, Jews are actually a small number. They're more Christians than Jews. And I said, there's more Hindus than everybody. He's like, no, there's not. I'm like, yeah, there is. Fought with me about it. I'm like, okay, whatever. And finally, I was just like, okay, that's what you said. I was like, wow, a lot of Hindus. Yeah. So dirt ass over here. Supposed to be getting washed. We'll see. We'll see. Proof of his vaccinations. He's got his rabies tag, and I can understand wanting to know if he's vaccinated for rabies in case he bites, or in case a dog bites. Yeah. But he's got all his vaccinations. We live in the woods, and he goes outside. There's no way. There's no way I wouldn't, get him all his stuff. Yeah. Yeah. So, anyway, Omar's like, I gotta take him. I'm like, yeah, he needs to get done. So, anyway. Yeah, what else did I see in the news? Anything else interesting in the news? I don't understand. My news feed and my Google feed, I get all of this shit about Prince Harry and Meghan. I'm like, why is this in my news feed? Omar doesn't get that shit in his news feed. Is it because I'm a woman of a certain age and my mother-in-law's from England? Like, is there some algorithm? Because I really, like, I don't fucking care. It's like I hear about this because it's like fed to me It's nothing I'm interested in. Why is it news? Why are these two people's marriage news? Anytime I hear about her opening her mouth to do anything, she's a fucking dipstick. The two of them pushing the vaccines. Oh, we have vaccines for everyone. And her pushing, mandatory paid time off for fathers, and plagiarizing children's books, and like there's nothing about her that I care to hear anything about. There's nothing of value about this woman. Nothing. 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 I hear about her 28 bedroom house and her egregious stipend from the royal family of England, which is taking directly from British tax dollars for her to live on in this way, and then she does nothing but bitch and moan and do stupid ass shit. I'm just like, there's nothing of value about this person. She is a giant welfare queen, and this guy she's married to is an asshole for marrying her. Like, he's a dipstick too. Why is this shit in my feed? I don't care. I don't care about these people. Right? She should shut up and take care of her kids. I mean, a 28 bedroom house. Oh my God. What the hell you need a 28 bedroom house for? What the hell you need a 28 bedroom house for? Oh my God. And then you say he's living in hotels. You got 2 hotels that he goes and he lives in. He's living in a hotel room. You're living in a 28 bedroom house. Shut the fuck up, Megan. I don't care. And quit putting them in the news. I don't want to hear anything about it. All these people who make their living reporting on this shit, because there's a bunch of them. Oh my God. Shame on you two. Who cares? Who cares? The other bizarre thing that's like tons of it in my feed, I don't give a shit about this person named Dylan Mulvaney either. Who is this person? Looks like a disturbed fucking individual. I don't give a shit about this person. I don't give a shit about Bud Light. I don't give a shit about Maybelline. I don't consume Bud Light. I don't consume Maybelline products. I don't use either of those products. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit about this man wearing a fucking dress. I don't give a shit. Why is this in the news? And why is it being force-fed to me in my news feed and in my YouTube feed? Why? 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 I don't watch daytime TV. Evidently, this person is on daytime TV. I don't consume any media that this person is in other than the news that comes in that is given me like, hey, look at this. I'm like, why is this of any concern of mine? Right? And Joe Biden the president even talks about this shit. Like, I'm also been force-fed clips of him talking about this shit and interviewing this person. It's just like, why is the president of my country wasting his fucking time with some idiot selling beer and mascara? And there was some story I saw about Disney, and now they got drag princesses at Disney. I'm like, I don't consume Disney either. Case in point. Why is this being fed to me as news? Why am I supposed to care about this? Why do I need to know about this? How is my life being enriched? How is my by this shit, right? It is not. It is not in any way, shape, or form. I saw a clip of Joe Biden falling, handing out Naval Academy diplomas. And he looked spaced out. And he falls quite a bit. And he looks spaced out when he does it. He sits down. He's got this weird smile on his face. So, I mean, it looked like he tripped over a microphone cable or something. But I don't know, he's a weirdo. I think he has equilibrium problems because he falls all the time. He's always falling. Like, is that neurological? Is that he's showing signs of something? I think it's cruel for somebody who has whatever his condition is to be in office, right? Like that's awful. Oh, I don't know. It's all crazy. It is. It's all crazy. Oh, and I saw that there's unrest in Kosovo again now. Oh my God. We're going to start doing that again there? Oh my God. Is that because I didn't see anything about what it was about? Just was saying protesters this and NATO that. And it's like, what is this about? Is this over Ukraine stuff, or is this being stirred up because of Ukraine stuff? Is it because that Finland wants to join NATO? What's going on? What's going on with that? All I know is that the Kosovo and the Bosnia conflict stuff in the 90s, I had horrible, horrible dreams. Yeah, sure as hell did. I don't know. At one point, I was watching the it was just raw footage from whatever this clash was. They had NATO forces in. They're all in black, and they had their riot gear and everything on, and all these angry people, and they're pushing back and forth, and there were rocks being thrown, and there were police tanks that were rolling through, and at one point there was one side, I don't know who was chanting USA. I'm like, what is going on here? I don't know. I don't even know. I don't even know. It's crazy. Mm, crazy. Meanwhile, here in my corner of the woods, there is something blooming here on the property that is causing allergies. When I get off, I think that's why I feel the way I feel. When I get off the property, when I get out of the mountain, when I get out of the gulch, on the other side of the mountain, it all clears up. So I think there's like some fungus or pollen bloom or something that's going on right now. I don't even know what. But that scorpion yesterday. It's like, all right, Mr. Scorpion, what's up with you? That big fat brown widow who's in the dryer right now. Dirty spiders. Spiders never bathe. She needed a bath. Dirty spider. Last bath she'll ever take. Her last day of making brown widow babies, that's for damn sure. Making brown widow babies and eating brown widow boys, because they do. They eat their mates. Spiders are cannibals. Oh, wildlife all over the place, huh?